this video. Mostly because my computer decided it wanted to restart, and also because I still have questions from Megan and my paired video we were supposed to do. But she lives in Florida. Yeah, so I've got like a couple of questions left from the other one, and I went ahead and changed because I'd really meant to wear this, and it didn't really go with my other top. So, I guess I got this for Christmas, or my birthday. Christmas, same thing. I got this for my birthday because I really wanted it. So, the previous one, yeah, DJ Subtract asks, do you like softcore, hardcore, fetish, any of those porn thing, etc. Honestly, some softcore is cool. I'm into that. I mostly like really artsy photos and stuff. But a lot of it's not really my thing. Like it's more entertaining than anything to me. It doesn't really turn me on a whole lot. I suppose just basic erotica. Like I really like stories in general. Sexy stories are fun, and I'm one of the few people who thinks that lots of sex in books is just kind of cool and fun, and not like a pointless like story. You know, skipping. Like I like it. So I like stories and I like erotica. And the last one by Subtract was, if Robert Redford offered $1 million for one night with your company, would you do it? Yes or no? Maybe. He seems like a very interesting person, and the term "my company" really doesn't say that I have to do anything I wouldn't feel comfortable doing, so most likely, yeah, because $1 million is nice, and Robert Redford seems cool. So yeah. But I mean, yeah, if it meant that I had to be intimate with him, that'd be iffy. Yeah, I'd have to really reevaluate some of my stuff for that. And Smith Jason asks, what actors would you want to play? Would you want to play you in a movie? And I'm gonna go with Ellen Page or Natalie Dormer. I think Natalie Dormer would get the eyebrows, yeah. But Ellen Page is also just super cool. So yeah, one or the other. I know that they're total opposites, and maybe neither of them is me, but. Okay, so previously DJ Subtracted asked a question that I think he planned for us to put together. So I went ahead and made a list of like all the questions that that Megan had answered. So we're gonna do I'm gonna do those now. Thanks, computer. Okay, so DJ Subtract asked, in 100 words, describe how awesome your set is with Megan. It was really awesome. We had a total blast, and I didn't count the words here at all. So yeah, basically it was really nice. It was my first set with another model, and in fact the first time I really worked with another model, like actively worked with them. I've done sets like at the same time or something, but not like this. And it was the first thing I've ever done with bondage, and that was really awesome. And gosh, we had so many people there. It was me and Megan, and then we also had my roommate who is really good at set dressing, and she helped with like continuity stuff and fixing her hair and things like that, and tucking back tags. So she was really, really good though, because she did the whole background. So when you see it, you're gonna like it. And we had an actual bondage expert, somebody who actually goes to other conventions like Fetish Con and teaches or helps teach. She does a little of both. She's mostly like a model for it, but she also does some of it herself. And she brought her ropes for it, so those are her fabulous, wonderful ropes. I think they were hand dyed. They're really nice. That you'll see, and then of course my new photographer. She was really good, really great to work with, and totally stuck with us for the 6 hours that it took. It was my longest shoot, so that was exhausting, but we did it, and I'm very happy about it. I feel that we kind of told a story, and I'm really excited for you all to see it. And please, please, please tell me what you think, because we both worked really, really hard on it, and it was really important to us, because it's something we actually wanted to do for a really long time. So I hope you like it. I think you will. You better. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to other things that DJ Subtract had asked, specifically to be asked for both of us, I think. What would you do if you swapped bodies? Basically, more words. That's a really difficult question to answer, kind of always, because you're into that, like, I don't know how to do their job issue, which is something that I'm really aware of, mostly because I have a really, like, major work ethic, so that's really important to me. But if I could do what she does, then I would be, like, knitting up a storm. She is ridiculously talented. But then I'd also, like, check myself out in the mirror a lot, because she looks amazing. And she's got the big old boobies. I like those. And I would do something really intricate with the hair. She's got that gorgeous long hair, so I definitely like put it up in like fancy shit, and make, you know, take pictures and a million selfies. And gosh, I would wear lots of stockings. I would probably buy like a dozen stockings. Just because I would want to wear all of the stockings. She's got really nice legs. Yeah, I'd wear a lot of stockings. Yeah, the usual. Yeah, I don't, she's just super talented, and I'm afraid that if I were in her body that I wouldn't have the same talents, so like, what do I, but I pretty much just am staring at myself in the mirror and doing things with a fabulous body. Yeah. Are you allowed to talk about your plans for the GG calendar and prints? You know, like, I don't think we actually talked about whether or not I'm allowed to talk about it, but now that the Indiegogo is over and everything, I kind of figure you have a bit of information, and isn't surprise better? Like, aren't you excited to be surprised? Just be surprised. You're gonna love it. Of course you're gonna love it. So, yeah, just be surprised. What's your next big con or event? DragonCon, always DragonCon. I do C2E2, sometimes MegaCon, maybe again in the future. Wizard World is Chicago sometimes. I'm not a fan, but I do it. Sometimes other cons, but honestly, DragonCon is like the biggest event in my life every year. So I kind of consider that to be the next big con every year. And I'm really excited. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna work the booth if I can. Depends on whether or not I'm on the list. If I am, I'll be there. If not, otherwise I'll still be there, and I'll still sign or whatever you need me to do. Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing new costumes, which I hadn't originally thought I was gonna be able to do. The costumes that I'm doing that I mentioned in the last video, I'll have all of them for DragonCon, so I can wear all of them there, and also my older costumes of, like, Jubilee, and I'm bringing Magdalena, so like, if you want to get a personal photo of me and Magdalena, you can have that own photo of you maybe with me, and then, of course, it'll be online. You can compare it to the set. Do you ever feel you can't cosplay certain characters because you feel they're more of a certain hair color, so like more of a blonde or more of a redhead or something? I have been everything but blonde. Redhead, well, I mean, I haven't gone like the full spectrum of colors. I didn't go pink or anything like our wonderful Brittany. But I have done red and brunette. Of course, brunette's more natural for me. But no, not really. I actually think I look great in blonde wigs, and I kind of love wearing all different colors of hair, all different styles of hair. I got super lucky in that way that I think I kind of pull off most wigs, most hats, things like that. Just got kind of a basic face shape that works with a lot of stuff. And even though I have brown eyes and very dark, very prominent eyebrows, I think that they kind of work anyway. So, unless a character has like a certain like personality trait that I'm not a fan of, typically I don't think that there's any reason I can't do it or I wouldn't do it. Which actually leads to the next question I believe in, is there a certain character you would never cosplay because of a certain character trait or costume? I did think about this for a little bit because of course it applies to the first one as well, but honestly, sometimes I think that there are certain characters that have like body traits that I don't, like they'll be like super tall and super long-legged, like say Sailor Uranus, or even Sailor Pluto, characters I love, but they're not like built like me, small and wide. But it's still like I kind of feel like it's about costuming is what you like. Costuming is the characters you like, the people you like, things you have like an association with. So No, I don't really feel that there's anybody specifically. I'm sure there might be, mostly because of the character traits. Like if they had a personality trait I really hated, and I'm sure there are, but I don't really think about them a lot. Like it's not like I have a list of like things I will not do. It's mostly lists of things I really really want to do, and anything else that comes up, like I may or may not be interested. So, not exactly. What do you love most about the GGs that you've met? Geek Goddess is. Well, Megan, of course. She is a super duper good friend. We've been friends for years, and we've weathered some storms, and I know I can rely on her, so she's kind of wonderful. Alice, I really love how gothy and kind of odd she is in ways that I love, ways that I look for in friendships. So yeah, I like her gothy weird ways. I think she's wonderful. Nova, obviously, like Jessica Nova is amazing. She's incredibly helpful, very supportive. She's kind of like just a really happy person. Yeah, so I kind of like just being around her. It's very, very pleasant, very calm. Kirsten, she's very frank and real. So there's really no question. Yeah, I think that's what I like most about her. Nana is, she's also a little real. She's very brusque and very honest. And I love that in people. I don't feel that I need to wonder about what she's thinking, and she's gonna say it maybe in ways that are a little quick, but I kind of love that too. I'm like the most sarcastic person. Well, I'm one of the most sarcastic people. 1 million of us. Fauna is just the sweetest. She was just the sweetest person. I really liked. I worked the booth with her at Dragon Con. And yeah, she's just super, super nice, super cool, super relaxed. I like her. Are you planning to meet the Geek Goddesses you haven't met anytime and are you planning to do so anytime this year? Of course, I want to meet them all. I would love to meet them all. I would love to have one big Geek Goddess party where we all just hang out and, yeah, we could film it. Yeah, you wanna do that? Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. But I don't know about this year. Like, and anybody who can afford to go to Dragon Con, who ends up going to Dragon Con, of course I'll want to meet them, or I'll be trying to meet them, or most likely be meeting them. And anybody who goes to any of the local cons, there's a couple of girls in the area that I still haven't met, and I really want to. So yeah, but I mean, I don't really have a time frame, like, and I know that it's all based on everybody having time, having money, having the availability. So hopefully, yes, hopefully by the end of the year I will have met 50% of the goddesses, but we'll see. And hopefully I'll take selfies when we do. That way you'll know. Post them on Instagram, because I do that. If you could shoot on the actual set of a TV show, which would you use? So that's, I was under the impression that it was kind of like if you could just use the set, you not necessarily have to be the characters, but that's also an option, so that's fine. But I kind of narrowed it down to like an old school set, like the Addams Family or the Dick Van Dyke Show. Those would also be like totally fun. Or something more modern would be probably like Supernatural, because I love Supernatural. And hopefully I'd run into these super amazingly hot guys that are there. That'd be perfectly normal, right? I hope so. Hopefully one of those would be awesome. Any of them. I love TV. I love a lot of TV, so any of it would do. So I'm a little shaky moving around. Okay, what accomplishments are you most proud of? That's a surprisingly personal question, but I like it. Honestly, I am proud of me. I like that I taught myself a lot of things, and I'm super, super proud of myself for teaching them to myself, for figuring them out, for learning them on my own. I'm a very independent person in a lot of ways, and I didn't know anybody who knew how to do these things or wasn't close enough that I felt comfortable asking people about these things. So yeah, I taught myself a lot of like jewelry. I taught myself how to make jewelry. I didn't make this, but just remind me. Even hand stitching, like my mom kind of taught me how, but I did a lot of it myself. I started doing it and kept doing it. And decoupaging, I looked it up on the internet and did it. Yeah, just mostly, and making bows. I learned how to make bows from the internet. But I taught myself, and the internet taught me. And I stuck with it. Like I still work on jewelry. I got way better. I developed my own style, which is a little harder to do with jewelry than you'd think. It's way easier to do with like drawing or something. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for all that. I have my own Etsy business, and then I did Geek Goddess. I was really proud of myself for just applying. I had run into a lot of personal issues, questioning myself a few times personally, and life choices and body issues. But now I'm perfectly comfortable in my own skin, and I'm perfectly comfortable with what I do. I'm not embarrassed at all of any of the things that I do. Huge geek, costuming all the time, and then I work in an office. So yeah, it's all great. It's all a part of me, and I kind of love it. I'm very proud of myself. The first pet name and the street you grew up on, which is what's supposed to be my stripper name, I think. My first pet was a rat that my mom wouldn't let me keep at home because you really shouldn't give children animals, especially small animals, because they don't know how to handle them. But my first pet was named Shira, and the only street I can remember that I grew up on, because I grew up on 8 streets. One of them was an apartment, so I literally have no idea what the name of that street was. But the one I can remember was Burnham. It should be Shira Burnham. It's one hell of a name. And what color underwear are you wearing right now? I'm actually wearing an old pair of Christmas underwear because they were the style that I really like by Victoria's Secret, with the lace in the top and the thongs, because I like a thong. But they're Christmas print with candy canes and presents and stars and stuff. So I don't know. They're here somewhere. But that's that. Yeah. So that's my second video. I'm gonna try to upload both of these. It's probably gonna take 3 or 4 hours because my computer's really slow about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you liked my costume changes. And yeah. Thank you. Ask me more questions, because I'm going to try to answer them a lot quicker next time.